Around the world, military pilots have reportedly seen UFOs. In some cases, the pilots have actually engaged them in air-to-air combat. Now, 2 military pilots have come forward.
If it comes closer than 4 or 5 months, I'm going to jump out.
He was expecting the object to explode, but it didn't happen.
To actually engage a UFO for a period of 20 minutes, that's something extraordinary.
In 1976, reports of an unknown object over Tehran sends an F-4 scrambling to confront and destroy it.
It jumped from here to here, just like that.
In 1980, a Peruvian fighter jet opens fire on an unknown object trespassing in military airspace.
A commander gave him the order to take off and destroy the object.
Do these UFOs execute maneuvers and capabilities that rule out terrestrial craft?
Camera guy's puking. Trying to do his business in the bag.
The team, along with former military pilots, put 2 of the world's best UFO dogfight cases to the test, high above the Pacific.
That's certainly no aircraft I've ever seen.
This is case number 76102, UFO dogfights.
UFOs always got the chance.
Dogfight is a term that really came out of World War I, World War II era. An important element of what I would consider a real dogfight is that both parties are trying to shoot down, kill the other one. When I hear that some of our best pilots, some of our best fighters have had a dogfight with a UFO, I say, yeah, I'm not exactly sure. I'm Bill Scott, former flight test engineer. I tested aircraft between 1974 and 1987.
On February 21st, 2008, the team was invited to March Air Force Base in Riverside, California, to continue their investigations into reported dogfights between military aircraft and UFOs. They have uncovered some shocking new evidence.
We're going to be talking about some of the most credible, phenomenal evidence in all of ufology, military dogfights with UFOs. We're going to be meeting with the pilot who actually engaged a UFO over Peru, and we're going to be talking about a case of Parviz Jafari, who actually engaged a UFO over Iran, over Tehran, in 1976. So these are 2 cases we're really excited about.
This is all testimony-based, or do we have actual physical or hard evidence?
I understand there are official government documents involved.
If we have hard evidence, I'm very curious to take a look.
Get set to get your world rocked. Let's go.
All right.
One of the most incredible stories you'll ever hear is the story of Parviz Jafari from the Iranian Air Force.
It is approximately 11 p.m. on September 18th, 1976. Citizens of Tehran, Iran, are frightened by a large lighted orb circling above them. These are not the standard helicopters, military jets, and civilian aircraft which frequent the Iranian skies. At this time, Iran is a major U.S. ally in the Mideast. This is still 3 years away from the Islamic Revolution and the Ayatollah Khomeini's rise to power. Because Iran shares a border with the Soviet Union, the U.S. military provided training and state-of-the-art F4E-Phantom fighters to the Iranian Air Force.
The F4E was what was used in the Jafari case. At that particular time, it was probably one of the best jets that could go out to do aerial engagements.
Shown for the first time on American television, the following are scenes from an Iranian TV movie about this UFO encounter. It starred some of the actual military personnel involved in this event, including Parviz Jafari, and used the actual control tower transcripts. Numerous UFO reports continue to come into the control tower at Mehrabad Airport. These are not military or commercial aircraft. Hussein Peruzi is in charge of the air traffic control tower. He has heard enough and notifies the Iranian Air Force. At 11:31 p.m., they scramble an F4 from Shiroki Air Base, located in Hamadan, 175 miles southwest of Tehran. The first pilot, Captain Aziz Khani, takes off to investigate the object. 10 minutes later, the base orders another F4 to be scrambled, this one piloted by Parviz Jafari.
Jafari was a major at that time, and he was vectored to intercept the strange light that was over Tehran.
I'm Parviz Jafari, a retired general from Iranian Air Force.
Jafari estimates the object is as large as a Boeing 707 jet.
He followed the light towards the Russian border when suddenly an object broke off from the light and headed towards Jafari's own plane.
I turned toward it. I put it on my 12 o'clock. I got close to it, and you can't imagine, all of a sudden, it jumped from here to here, just like that.
Based on his location, Jafari estimates the object has traveled almost 28 miles to his right in the blink of an eye. This movement was well beyond the capabilities of any man-made object.
I asked the tower if they have any flight. They said no, they don't have any flight overhead.
As Jafari continues his approach toward the object, he witnesses something incredible.
Something like a moon came out of it.
A second object came out of the first
Another object below the horizon and starts flying toward me.
This second orb-like object descends from beneath the triangular lights and races toward Jafari's F4. Although Jafari is traveling at supersonic speed, this incoming craft streaks by his jet and circles him as if he's standing still.
Now imagine I'm flying to a speed of close of sound and something circling around me.
After circling Jafari's aircraft, the second orb now returns to the larger diamond-shaped craft, still hovering approximately 25 miles in the distance. For a moment, Jafari thinks he is out of danger, but to his astonishment, another orb has descended and is streaking directly toward his jet for the second time. Jafari now believes he is under attack. He reaches for his instrument panel to arm and fire an AIM-9 heat-seeking missile. But what happens next shocks him.
Green and red light should be both on so I could fire. When I looked back on the left side of the instrument panel, the weapon panel was out, no light on it.
Jafari believes that in the heat of combat with this UFO, it sent a massive pulse of electromagnetic energy toward his plane, temporarily disabling